Today, I am reviewing the Canon EOS Rebel T7 DSLR camera. If at any time you'd like to explore this product for yourself and grab it at a great price, be sure to check the links below the video. The first thing to understand is that the Rebel T7 is designed for the person who wants to learn the fundamentals of manual photography. It is an entry-level DSLR, which means it still uses an optical viewfinder. There is something tactile and grounding about putting your eye to a viewfinder and seeing the world through the glass, rather than looking at a digital screen. It forces you to be more present in the moment and deliberate with your composition. The 24.1 megapixel APS-C sensor is more than enough for most beginners. You can get crisp, detailed images that look significantly better than what you would get from a standard phone, especially if you're printing your photos or displaying them on a high-quality monitor. The kit itself is the main selling point here because of the two lenses. You get the 18 to 55mm kit lens, which is your workhorse for everyday subjects, portraits, and street photography. Then you have the 75 to 300mm telephoto lens, which gives you that reach you need for capturing subjects that are far away, like wildlife, sports, or just compressing the background in a portrait. Having this range out of the box means you can start experimenting with different focal lengths immediately. You get to learn how the zoom affects your perspective and how the lens choice changes the way a scene looks. That is the kind of hands-on experience that a smartphone cannot teach you because, on a phone, you're usually stuck with fixed lenses that don't offer the same optical characteristics as a real DSLR lens. When it comes to the autofocus system, the T7 uses a 9-point AF system with AI servo. It is not the fastest or the most sophisticated system compared to the high-end mirrorless cameras on the market today, but it gets the job done for static or slow-moving subjects. If you are trying to shoot fast action or competitive sports, you might find that you miss a few shots here and there, and that is a reality you have to accept with an entry-level body. However, for portraits, landscapes, and travel photos, the autofocus is perfectly reliable. You will learn to manage focus points manually, which is a great skill for any aspiring photographer to develop. The camera is also very easy to use from a software perspective. It includes built-in Wi-Fi and NFC, which makes it straightforward to transfer your images to your phone for quick editing and sharing. That connectivity is crucial because we live in an era where we want to see our photos and share them immediately. Being able to pull the photos off your SD card, move them to your phone, and edit them in an app like Lightroom Mobile is a modern workflow that makes this older camera feel much more contemporary. You can also use the Canon EOS utility webcam software, which allows you to plug this into your computer and use it as a high-quality webcam. This adds a layer of value for content creators or remote professionals who want a better look for video calls than what a built-in laptop camera can provide. Video capture on the T7 is capped at full HD 1080p. In an age where even mid-range phones are shooting 4K, this might seem like a limitation. And honestly, it is. If you are planning to become a professional filmmaker or a high-end YouTube content creator, you might find the lack of 4K and the lack of advanced video features to be a bottleneck. But if your goal is just to capture memories, record some family videos, or start a YouTube channel where you're focusing on the content rather than the raw specs, 1080p still looks professional and clean. You have to balance that against the price. You are paying for a complete system, not just a video sensor, and for a beginner, the learning curve of editing 4K footage is often more trouble than it is worth. The build quality is exactly what you would expect from the Rebel line. It is lightweight, plastic, and very portable. It is not going to survive being dropped on a concrete floor, and it is not weather sealed, so you should be careful if you are shooting in rain or dust. But the upside to that design is that you won't hesitate to throw it in a bag and take it with you on a hike or a trip. A camera that stays at home because it is too heavy or too expensive to risk is not doing you any good. The T7 is small enough that it encourages you to actually carry it, which is the most important factor in whether or not you will actually learn photography. There are some weaknesses that you should go into this knowing. The ISO performance is good for daylight and well-lit indoor environments, but once you start pushing into the higher ISO range, you're going to see digital noise creep into your photos. This is typical for an older APS-C sensor. If you are shooting at night or in very dark restaurants, you are going to need a fast lens, which means eventually you will want to buy a dedicated prime lens like the 50mm f/1.8. The kit lenses are great for starting out, but they have variable apertures, which makes them less effective in low light. That is not a failure of the camera, but a limitation of the kit you are buying. Another point of criticism is the screen on the back. It is fixed, meaning you cannot articulate it to get low-angle or high-angle shots, and it is not a touchscreen. This forces you to use the buttons and the menu system, which is a bit of a throwback. It is not as fluid as navigating an interface on your phone. You will have to get used to the button layout and the way the menu functions. It is logical and well organized, but it does take some time to build muscle memory. Once you have it down, you can change settings very quickly, but it is not as intuitive as a modern touchscreen interface. Who is this camera for? It is for the person who wants to understand the relationship between aperture, shutter speed, and ISO. It is for the student, the hobbyist, or the parent who wants to get better photos of their kids than a phone can provide. It is a fantastic educational tool. It is also a good choice for someone who is on a tight budget and needs a complete kit that covers everything from wide-angle shots to telephoto zoom. You are getting everything you need to start, and you are starting with a brand that has a massive ecosystem of lenses and accessories. If you decide to get serious and upgrade to a better Canon body in a few years, you can likely keep using the lenses you have acquired, which is a huge advantage. Who should avoid this? If you are a professional who needs top-tier low-light performance, high-speed burst rates, or advanced video features like internal stabilization and 4K recording, this is not the camera for you. You would be better off looking at the mirrorless line from Canon, which offers more modern features at a higher price point. Also, if you hate the idea of lugging around a bag with lenses and you just want to take photos as quickly and effortlessly as possible, you might find the experience of a DSLR to be more cumbersome than you want. When you are out shooting with the 75 to 300mm lens, you have to be conscious of your shutter speed. Because these entry-level lenses do not have image stabilization, and the camera body doesn't have it either, you need to keep your shutter speed up to avoid blur from handshake, especially when you are fully zoomed in. This is a great lesson for beginners because it teaches you about the reciprocal rule of shutter speed. It teaches you that photography is a trade-off of light, motion, and stability. You start to see how these factors interact, and that is where the real growth happens. The battery life is another area where the T7 performs well. Because it does not have a high-resolution electronic viewfinder or a power-hungry mirrorless sensor, the battery can last through a very long day of shooting. You will rarely find yourself out of power in the middle of a trip, provided you start your day with a full charge. That reliability is something you don't really appreciate until you have used a mirrorless camera that drains its battery in a few hours of intensive use. Taking into account the price-to-performance ratio, this kit feels like a very balanced starting point. You are not overspending for features you won't use yet, and you are getting a setup that is capable of producing professional-looking images if you take the time to learn the craft. It is easy to get caught up in the specs and the gear reviews, but the truth is that the person behind the camera matters much more than the camera itself. The T7 provides all the tools you need to become that person. It gives you control, it gives you a lens range to experiment with, and it gives you a platform that doesn't get in the way of your learning. If you decide to pick this up, I would suggest spending some time in the beginning just in aperture priority mode. It lets you control the depth of field while the camera handles the shutter speed, which is a great way to start seeing how different apertures affect your photos. Then, move on to manual mode when you feel more comfortable. There are so many tutorials and resources for this specific camera online, so you will never be stuck wondering how to do something. The community for the Rebel line is massive, and you can find advice on everything from settings for portraits to the best ways to clean your sensor. One final note on the design. The black finish is professional and understated. It doesn't scream at people in a crowd, which is nice if you are doing street photography and you don't want to draw too much attention to yourself. The grip is deep enough to hold comfortably, even for larger hands, which makes it feel more stable than a smaller, thinner camera. It is a well-thought-out piece of industrial design that prioritizes function over form. In short, the Canon EOS Rebel T7 is not the latest, most advanced camera in the world, but it is a tried and tested workhorse for a beginner. It represents a commitment to learning the craft of photography in a way that feels intentional and deliberate. If you want a camera that teaches you something every time you use it, and if you are willing to learn how to master the manual settings, this kit is going to be a rewarding investment. It does what it says it does, and it does it reliably, which is all you can really ask for when you're just starting out. Just remember to check those links below to see what kind of deals are available right now, as that will play a big part in how you view the overall value of the package. Happy shooting, and take your time to learn what this camera can do.